Hello, and welcome to my presentation, International and Domestic Student Social Integration. My name is Greta Heron, and I'm a master's candidate of the International Education Management Program at the Middlebury Institute of International Studies at Monterey. From 2011 to 2014, I worked as the International Affairs Manager at Peking University's Shenzhen Graduate School, where facilitating social integration between local Chinese students and international students became one of my main goals. This presentation will cover the following topics: social integration issues for Chinese students, a discussion of the Campus Community Advisor Program at PKU Shenzhen, and recommendations for programming at your institution. Social integration is particularly important for Chinese students studying in the U.S. as they amount for the largest single group of international students from one country, 31%. Chinese student numbers are increasing across all U.S. campuses, and social integration programs can help with international student retention rates. Some factors that contribute to social integration challenges for Chinese students are an existing large co-national group, as Chinese students are often the largest group of international students on campus, language anxiety and fear of making language mistakes. Fear of losing face can prevent international students from taking language risks. Reliance on social media networks. Through social media, Chinese students have access to a group of co-nationals even before they arrive in the U.S. Cultural differences such as collectivism and individualism. This has been illustrated by a German-based Chinese artist, Liu Yang. Here she depicts the German or the West and Chinese concepts of a party. On the Western blue side, people are in small groups casually mixing. On the Chinese side, everyone is involved in a single structured activity. At PKU Shenzhen, all of these factors affected social integration. While this program was implemented on a Chinese university campus, many of the issues and challenges are still applicable to U.S. campuses. PKU Shenzhen is composed of 8 graduate schools, 2 of which use English as the language of instruction. After admitting the first international student in 2009, international recruitment has increased with 87 international students in the spring of 2014. Some existing issues that international students face on campus are a small, close-knit international student community, lack of English used on campus that prevents international students from joining events and student associations, lack of Chinese ability of international students, reliance on international staff members to solve basic campus life issues instead of first trying to solve the problem themselves. Inequalities of university services. International students are allowed to live in single dorm rooms where Chinese students live 4 people to 1 room. To solve all these issues, the Campus Community Advisor Program was designed to place 2 Chinese students to live together on each international floor. These Chinese students, as Campus Community Advisors, or CAs, would be responsible for assisting their floor with dormitory issues, such as dorm lockouts and maintenance issues, and to plan 3 to 4 events that fostered community throughout the semester. Some successes of the program were that it reduced strain on administrative staff as students began to rely on CAs for basic campus life issues. CA events often included a cultural element such as learning about Chinese calligraphy and Chinese customs. CAs also felt a sense of ownership of the program as they primarily designed and ran all events. However, there were also many challenges, such as making sure that international students had an appropriate view of their CAs and did not view them as their personal translators. Dormitory regulations in Chinese culture restricted all CAs to be male students, despite strong interest from female Chinese students. Lack of cooperation caused miscommunication between departments of the roles of CAs. There was also difficulty in planning events that met the interests of both international and Chinese students. Some recommendations for your institution are: encourage collaboration between departments to improve international student support services and reduce the reliance on co-national networks. Consider restructuring international student orientation to include domestic students. Implement campus intervention programming. Buddy programs and language partners have been successful in creating multicultural communities. Encourage community engagement. This can expand international student support networks and facilitate language gains. For more recommendation and examples of other successful programs, please see the attached handout. Thank you.